Привет, добро пожаловать.
Добро пожаловать.
Welcome back to Beastcast. We are going international today, and more specifically, we are going to cover a topic about Russia. That's why I started in Russian. This is an article about working in Russia as a westernized employer, and we have 3 different articles covering this area. Links in description. They are from expectica.com, comisioglobal.com, and worldbusinessculture.com. Please go read them. It's about how westernized employers and managers and expats can adapt in the Russian work environment, which by the article is very old-fashioned still. It's kind of behind the opinion of the article writers. Give some opinions on this one.
Yeah, it's very difficult for Western managers to find employment in Russian companies because the Russian companies, some of I would say according to the article, majority of them are still stuck in the Soviet frame of mind, where there's a very clear hierarchy of the top boss, I guess, higher management, middle management, and then the employees. So as a Westerner, if you're somewhere in the middle, you can't really talk back to the upper managers or your bosses. So there's no feedback loop, and I think it might be very difficult for Westerners to adapt. But on the same side, there are companies that have begun to westernize. I think most of them are Western companies, and but they are still influenced by the Russian culture, so they're somewhere in the middle. And I think some Western managers can fit there if they know how to carry themselves. And according to the article, you have to have personal relationships with the subordinates, but you also have to have some sort of authority, or give them a reason to follow you.
Yeah, the modernized companies are mostly originally Western, car companies, Renault, as was mentioned in the article, and also here it says that the really old-fashioned Russian companies kind of work like the military.
Oh.
They say the army way. You're not you're not supposed to have fun. So
That thing also applies in Western countries. McDonald's use totally the television model, which is the model that they use in army. So it's a little bit strange thing to say that in Russia they only use this model.
They used somewhere else.
Yeah.
But how do you think How do you think it would be the best way for a westernized now to get in, into a workplace in Russia and function properly?
They have to keep in mind that as soon as they make mistakes, the mistakes aren't pointed out by their subordinates, because the subordinates have a sense of feeling that they can't give criticism to upper ups. But as soon as you make the mistake, they might lose essentially not all respect, but they might feel you're incompetent.
Lose some of the trust.
Yeah, exactly. And so they might sort of be stubborn and do things their own way without telling you anything, because they feel there's no conversation to be had and your way is the only way. But if they feel your way is wrong, then they will just disobey, according to the article. This is in my opinion, please.
One thing that is crucial when it comes to adaptation, I think, is that you learn the language, because it's so important for Russia. It's a very old tradition, old culture. So
it's said here that when Russian companies hire Western people, they have to be very careful with the process of bringing him in and showing the ways on how to function, how the company functions, because elsewhere there might be so many misunderstandings, also because of the language barrier, and so few, not many Russians speak English as their main language, so it's kind of problematic in this case. I think it would be very much easier to work as a manager in a Western country, because we are Western. How would you feel like if you went to Russia now to work in a company?
As a Finn, I think we have a good reputation.
Oh yeah,
Like
that's true.
you know, Valio.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
bring tons of yogurts
Yeah.
from from Finland.
Yeah.
It depends of your as a as a Finnish person, I think there's no problem.
Yeah.
Because they have they
Yeah,
appreciate
they
our-
trust- they trust the Finnish.
the quality and
Edgar, you're more international.
You're more international. I think like Slavs need like a strong leader to keep them sort of concentrated, I guess. I mean, historically, if you like, I don't know if we can bring historic topics up.
Yes, you can.
But I mean, for example, like Yugoslavia, when their leader Tito, which was kind of like a dictator, but as soon as he died, like look what happened. Like Yugoslavia wars, like more than 100,000 people died, and like Serbia was like labeled a bad country, I guess, because they had all the militia.
So the key points are that good leadership,
Strong leadership is like key.
adaptation,
Yes,
and
just knowledge of the culture in general.
yeah, knowledge of the culture.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, if you look at Russia in general, like strong leadership, not much communication between the bosses and the people down below are like the two main factors of what makes them different from like the Western side.
Yeah. Would you like to work in Russia someday?
No, no, I wouldn't be able to because they would probably make fun of my Russian.
Yeah, never say never.
Yeah. Never say never.
Say never.
Hashtag
That was-
Justin Bieber.
That was nicely said.
Yes.
All right, guys.
This
Coming on the
episode.
conversation, this was a little,
This was a clown fiesta.
yeah, but we are working hard on multiple projects, so we are out of sync really right now. School is tough,
Yeah,
you know,
so
and
bear with us.
bear with us, and stay tuned for more episodes, which will be more professional and better.
And shout out for Uka.
Yeah, 4 wins, 4 games.
Yeah.
Remember 15th of November,
Yeah.
match against Greece. See you there.
Let's go to that European Cup.
Yeah.
Todella todella.
Todella.
Okay, bye.
Start in Russian. Speak Russian. Привет.
Здрасте.
Здравствуйте.
Okay, no.
Yes. Привет.
Как дела?
Yeah. Okay. Привет. This time we are going. Welcome. I didn't say beast cat and all that shit. From the top.